Hello, good evening, everybody. It's around 6:15 here in Baltimore on the East Coast, Baltimore, Maryland. Um, so I thought for this review it would be a special, kind of like special occasion review, specifically about special occasion cigars. You know, cigars that you kind of like want to save up for like a special occasion, whether it be like a wedding, anniversary, or maybe even like Christmas or Easter, or whether it be Hanukkah or like whatever, um, like the 4th of July or something, or the birth of your first child. So we all, a lot of cigar smokers, save up their special favorite cigars that are kind of like super premium or super premium. Um, well, anyway, I thought that I would share with you some of my special occasion cigars. So this edition of my cigar reviews is going to be concentrated on special occasions and special occasion cigars. So I arranged a little tray of cigars for you. Hopefully I won't spill them all over my laptop as I try to show you this. I've practiced this maneuver actually, as you can tell, thankfully. But here we go. Um, let's see if we can get a little bit more vertical. Um, so as you can tell, there's a whole bunch of special opuses like Forbiddens, 20th anniversary opus. There's a black label Tatuaje in there. I reviewed that earlier. A Lost City Forbidden, a Davidoff. I love Davidoffs. And there's I think there's a Don Arturo in there, and a Coronado by La Flor Dominicana. I just find that's definitely for me a very special occasion cigar. It might not have a super premium price, but to me, like the black label Tatuaje, it's a to me it's a special occasion cigar. And on the far, I want to say I would say far left for you guys is the a very special opus. It's the Love Story Opus X. Kind of very hard to find that. I'll go over these one by one with you now, so you can have a better look at that. If you haven't seen some of these, special, cigars before, especially these special opuses. This is the Forbidden X by Arturo Fuente, the Opus Forbidden X. Generally, these have like a rarer, more aged tobacco than a normal Opus X. I find these to have like a rye flavor, a tea flavor, and still a very special cigar. And I think I told you earlier in one of my other reviews that I ran out of Don Arturo's, but ta-da! He's back. Arturo. I think you can see, I think that's Carlos, or that might be Carlos, and that might be Carlito. And then there's Don Arturo in the middle. It's like a $50 cigar. Great cigar. And then, of course, every special occasion cigar collection should include Davidoff. Davidoff is just a classic special occasion cigar. Especially due to the rarity of some of these cigars and like the price point, especially too. And this is a Lost City. We might be doing the review on this one, or we might be doing the review on all of them. I mean, that might run past my normal reviews. I don't know. You guys want to hang in there with me? I'm just kidding. There's no way I can do that, man. And besides, that's a lot of cigars over here, man, and that'd be a lot of money smoked. I'm not that crazy. So the next one in line is the blue Opus X, the 20th anniversary. Very rare, very delicious. I smoked one of these. I was stupid enough to do that. I only have like 2 more, but very hard to find these 20th anniversary blue opuses. And then here's my favorite cigar. I didn't want to. I could have shown you the BBMF I kind of forgot to. I mean, it's quite a cigar. That's definitely the Opus X BBMF. Quite a cigar. Quite a that's definitely a special occasion cigar. That's probably like a $50 to $100 cigar. If you go to Las Vegas, I heard it's like 250, but that's Las Vegas prices though. So there you go. Opus number two. Um, as you can tell, my favorite cigar ever. I mean, like I said, I have like a couple BBMFs, and I don't want to smoke them. I mean, they're so rare and so hard to find. Great smoke here, and very fitting for the uh, the special occasion type cigar is the LFD, the Coronado by LFD. You can see the crown on the head. Coronado in Spanish means crown. I mean, like if Lito Gomez of La Flor Dominicana is going to call one of his cigars Coronado, it's pretty damn good, and it is damn good. I smoked it. Very powerful. I mean, it's really a very, very powerful cigar. I can understand why they call it Coronado. It's full of very powerful tobacco. Of course, I reviewed this earlier, the Tatuaje Black label. This is one of the epitomes of special occasion cigar. Just a kind of got like a dark natural wrapper. Just a beautiful, beautiful smoke. And last but not least, maybe if you have like women in the wedding party, or if your wife wants to smoke, if you're fortunate to have a cigar smoker for a wife, the Love Affair Opus X. As you can tell, it's a little bit diminutive, small. I can't get it out. Can't get the word out. It's a bit smaller. It's a perfecto shape, sort of like a Hemingway, kind of like a work of art size, but a little bit smaller. So you can tell this is one is like I mean, I smoke it all the time. I mean, not all the time. I have like 5 of these or 6. Just because of the smaller size is what I'm saying is like if you have, or people who are kind of like new to smoking, you might want to consider this for your special smoke for your whatever special occasion. I kind of want to focus the special occasion that we're talking about toward like weddings and stuff. You could talk about like bachelor party, bachelorette party. The wedding party itself, after the wedding, before the wedding, during the wedding, and then like maybe the honeymoon, or like the after party for the wedding party and friends and stuff. So anyway, we're in it. 7 minutes, about 7 minutes. I hope this turns out to be a good episode. I hope you enjoy it. I certainly enjoy letting people see some of these rare smokes. Smokes that might be considered like special occasion smokes. Like for a while there, I'd never seen a Forbidden X. You know what I mean? Or Don Arturo I'd never even heard of until like a couple of years ago. And the Opus 20th anniversary Opus Blue. It came out like just like last year or whatever. So anyway, let me just light this cigarette. So that's it. Oh, you're probably wondering, so what's the cigar that's going to be for the review? I'm choosing for today's review a very special smoke. It's the Forbidden Lost City. As you can see, it's got the Forbidden band. It says Forbidden. I mean, there's a confusion about this cigar. Some people call it Opus X Lost City, or Lost City Opus X, but it's actually a Lost City Forbidden X. I mean, most of these special Fuentes are Opus anyway, but they have their own like sub level, or not sub level, but sub category. And so a subcategory of Opus X might be Forbidden X, or Don Arturo, Anniversario. And Lost City is part of Forbidden X. I mean, it's still Opus X, but it's a subcategory in the Forbidden X category. But wonderful smoke. And I'm going to go ahead and pause, and we'll talk about this a little bit later. I hope you're excited. This is the special occasion cigar review. And today, and like I said earlier, that the Lost City Forbidden X will be the focus of this review. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and pause, Hope you guys are all enjoying today. Today is Tuesday, July 3rd. Tomorrow's July 4th. Why not break out a special occasion cigar for that? If you have a party or something like that, and you have a group of special friends or relatives or whatever. Just it's nice. You know what I mean? I'm not saying you should, but it's nice. Anyway, you all take it easy, and I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Yeah, so like I said, the cigar for the review is the Lost City Forbidden X. Very rare Fuente. I got this from TampaSweethearts.com or the website. Great website for Fuente products. I mentioned them earlier in another review. So we're gonna go ahead and, without further ado, clip the head off the. It's actually a torpedo shape. I don't know if this is a number 2 size. I know that this is the Opus number 2, and this is the Forbidden number 2. So you can tell it's about like it's about like half an inch shorter. So I don't. They're not the same Vitola. I don't know. I don't know if it's a short torpedo. Dimensions, I think, would be kind of like softly box pressed, actually. If you can see that, it's kind of like softly box pressed. So yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and clip the head off this thing. Clip the cap off the head. I'm gonna go ahead and pair this with my favorite white wine varietal, which is Sauvignon Blanc. This happens to be from New Zealand, and they make fantastic Sauvignon Blancs over there. Sauvignon Blanc is kind of like grassy a little bit. I love the grassy flavor, very crisp, very light, kind of dry. 2014 version from Marlborough. It's a Marlborough Mahua Sauvignon Blanc from New Zealand, 2014. I just love Sauvignon Blancs, you know what I mean? I love Chardonnay and everything. I do love Chardonnay, but I tend to have more Sauvignon Blancs than Chardonnays. Kind of hot out here, so I may as well have a little bit of this stuff, you know what I mean? I generally drink more red wines than white wines. I find red wines more fulfilling. White wines are lighter and crisper and great in summertime. That's what I think. I just tend to drink more reds. I don't know why. I love white wine. Actually, they're very delicious. Very grassy, very kind of like citrusy. It's really not that dry. Kind of almost tastes like champagne without the bubbles. So here we go. Gonna go ahead and take the cap off this torpedo. If you're new to cigars or you're unsure of how much you're supposed to take off from the top of a torpedo, torpedoes are designed to like concentrate the flavor into a smaller like diameter. It gives you a more concentrated flavor. So you don't want to cut off too much of the tip. You want to allow for it to concentrate the flavors, but you don't want to cut off too little or you have a bad draw. So somewhere in the middle there, where it's like, I'm doing that. You know what I mean? That's what I do. Little education there. Not that you guys. I don't know. I don't know. I even heard like some reviewers, they kind of shy away from like Belcoso shapes or torpedo shapes because they're not really sure like how much you're supposed to cut off or whatever. All right, gonna take out the trusty Perdomo. Got the fan blowing. It's what is it like almost 6:30 p.m. on Eastern Standard Time in Baltimore. So it's still a little bit hot and humid. So I had a fan blowing. We'll just hopefully I can light this or toast cigar without having any problems. But no problems, man. No, it's a torch. So you're not supposed to have problems with like uh, you're not supposed to have problems with you're not supposed to have problems with wind. It's supposed to be wind resistant, but I mean, I don't know. My experience with torches is like, um, you know, I think like 90% that's true, but hell, man, I don't know. Just toasting the edge of the foot. All right, that went well. All right, so again, this review is on the Lost City, um, the Fuente, um, Lost City, Forbidden X. You know, this is supposed to be made of like really aged tobacco. I tend to, my experience with this cigar, I smoked about 40s. Which is crazy, man. They're like $26 a piece, but they're so delicious, man. I was like, I don't know, man. They have like a tea flavor. They usually have a rye bread flavor, a little bit similar in profile to like the Tatuaje Black Label. Um, the usually a full body, I remember, and a very great draw. Yeah, great draw again, man. Hmm. Wow, that is powerful, man. That is powerful. I mean, when you have like a wedding, you have a wedding party. I mean, you have like the whole spectrum of people with cigar experience. You know what I mean? Unless your wedding party is full of people who smoke a lot of cigars. You know what I mean? That'd be great, but so I guess you have to take that into consideration on what you want to do for your kind of cigar you want to do for your wedding party. You know? Oh wow, I'm getting like a, I'm getting that rye. I'm getting the tea. Um, but there's like a bitter coffee flavor right there, and a very rich tobacco flavor. The draw is perfect. There's a definite. I'm tasting like charcoal, um, deep, rich tobacco flavor. The body is kind of like medium right now. Um, I think that's kind of like par for the course for this cigar. I think it generally had a medium. I think I said earlier in another review that the body and flavor was similar to that of the uh, the Black Label Tatuaje. I think I was wrong on that. I think I remember like this particular cigar had like a medium body. The flavor is full. The flavor is definitely full, but the body is like a little bit thinner than a Tatuaje Black Label, which is the case for most cigars. Because I don't think I've ever had a body as full as a Tatuaje Black Label, except for like I mentioned earlier in another review, the Cohiba Maduro 5. That had a really full body too. Cuban Cohiba Maduro 5. That is really good. You know what the body's picking up? The flavor is like full plus. I mean the flavor the flavor is out of control, man. It's like actually hurting my tongue. Very strong, very spicy. Man, I tell you, you want to smoke a special occasion cigar, man. You know, there are very few cigars that share this flavor profile and body. And the only one I can think of, like I said earlier in the previous review, the only cigar I can think of is the Tatuaje Black Label. Very similar cigars, man. You get that rye bread, tobacco, spice. That spice is sticking on my tongue. Um, I don't know. Very elegant. Um, I mean, like the one. This is more elegant than a black label. You know what I mean? For all its strength and flavor and body, it's very elegant. Um, and for the longest time, because I've adored opuses for like, must be going on like 25 years. You know what I mean? But then I heard about Forbidden, and they're always saying that, oh, you can only get Forbiddens at Casa Fuente or whatever in Las Vegas or at like trade shows or whatever. It's like that forbidden fruit that you can't have. And I found Forbidden, man. And this is a Forbidden, but it happens to be Lost City, kind of like edition. And man, I'm telling you, it doesn't disappoint, man. This tastes nothing like an Opus. Opus tastes like leather, cedar, spice, tobacco, earth. This tastes like rye bread, tobacco, strong tobacco flavor, spice. It's got a very consistent flavor, just like the Tatuaje Black Label that I had reviewed earlier, Corona Gorda. Oh, any Black Label, they all seem to have the same characteristic, with a very consistent flavor throughout the stick, which is great because I love what I smoke. You know what I mean? And this has the same kind of tendency. I could smoke this all day, man. I think I said that about the Black Label. This is, it's such a unique flavor. You know what I mean? I think I mentioned earlier that, some of my, like natural and dark natural tobacco cigars are like, getting to be like 3 or 5 years old, and they're starting to get that tea and rye bread flavor, but a little bit. You know what I mean? And I kind of equate that to aged tobacco, I guess, because I know this is made with really aged tobacco. Alpha. Actually, this is another Dominican Puro. I think all the Special Fuente Opus kind of line is Dominican Puros. I know the tobacco is very aged, and all the tobacco comes from Chateau de la Fuente, the farm that grows Opus tobacco. I tell you, Opus and this could not be any different, man. I'm getting like a little bit of a little cotton again. I ran into that problem with my Don Pepin, but it kind of got a lot better after that. But I don't know. I guess it makes cigars interesting. You know what I mean? Because it's like, it changes your profile, and surprises you and stuff. I don't particularly like the cotton flavor, but hey, man. It's a natural product, and blame the tobacco, I guess. I don't know. Who you gonna blame, man? We need to arrest it, dude, man. You give me a bad flavor. Just kidding. That's powerful. Whew. Just getting rich tobacco flavor, some rye, some tea, some spice, some charcoal. Really intense tobacco. This is not mellow tobacco flavor, so maybe this needs to be aged a little bit longer, because aging tends to mellow tobacco. But this is a very strong, intense kind of flavor, but very elegant at the same way, and that's kind of mystifying me how that does that. Mmm. Wow, a lot of sweetness now. That's like eating cotton candy. Wow. Well, here we are. We're into the first third, heading into the second third. We're I'm gonna go ahead and drink some wine. Very good. Drink some water. Um, we're here on a hot Tuesday afternoon slash early evening in Baltimore, Maryland, in my enclosed patio with a fan blowing. We're doing a special edition, special occasion edition of my cigar review series. Smoking the Fuente Lost City Forbidden X. Dude, man, if you can find this, like I said, try Tampa Sweethearts website. I bought this like I think 10 for like 250 plus or whatever. Uh, I I had some in my Opus 22 collection that I had bought, and I didn't realize they were forbidden until I saw the forbidden on them. And I'm like, damn, they're forbidden. And $25 is not bad for a forbidden. I mean, forbidden usually goes for like 30 on up, up to 50 to 100 or plus, depending on if you buy in Las Vegas. But I'm gonna go ahead and like the burn line is kind of getting a little bit wavy, so I'm gonna take a break and go ahead and like correct it a little bit. The very firm cigar, like most Opuses, kind of firm with a give, a little bit more give than a regular Opus. But tell you the draw on this thing is fantastic, man. This is the best strong cigar I ever had. I've smoked like 5 of these, 5 or 6, and draw's always been perfect. I'm getting like tea, very complex cigar, man. I mean, I don't even know what it tasted. It was kind of sweet, kind of like fumey, like perfumey. You know what I mean? It was a really interesting flavor. There it goes again, man. Very strong cigar, as you would expect from an Opus. That's why I would hesitate, giving this in a wedding party or any kind of like, event, like whether it be an anniversary or whatever. But use your own discretion on like what you think people can smoke, or maybe you can have a variety of cigars that you want to hand out. I don't know if you guys want to like giving out $25, $30 cigars or anything, but it is a special day whenever you get married or anniversary or whatever. I mean, I don't know. You figure out the logistics. All right, you guys, I'm gonna take a break, straighten out the bra, have some more wine, have some more water, smoke this thing down to the second third, and all right, man. Ciao. Okay, we're back again in this special edition, uh, special occasion cigars and special occasions. I was expecting this off camera. It's getting a very like sweet, deep, rich tobacco flavor. I mean, it's scrumptious, man. I mean, like I can't recommend this cigar highly, man. I mean, like, I might have had a little bump in the road where I tasted a little cotton, but I don't like that flavor. It's kind of like a flavorless cotton flavor to me, and like I don't like that. But I don't know. I mean, like I said, it's a natural product. Cigars are natural products, and I don't know, man. I mean, like you gotta take it for what it is. I mean, you're gonna get great stuff, and I don't know. I mean, it doesn't dim my opinion of the cigar at all. I mean, this particular sample or this cigar in general. I mean, I know this is a fantabulous cigar. Definitely worthy of a special occasion. That's a strong cigar. Got some cigar fumes again. I'm getting like leather now. Deep, rich tobacco flavor. Man, I mean, it's so elegant. I mean, because like when I reviewed like that Tatuaje Black Label, that Black Label was kicking my ass, man. And this is like a more elegant version of the Black Label. I mean, you know, can't go wrong with these cigars. But spicy. Get some charcoal there. That was spicy. Anyway, so we were talking about weddings. I mean, I kind of want to concentrate. I mean, because the amount of time we have for this video review, I mean, like, I don't know if you've seen any of my other video reviews. Like, I've been into like an hour on a video review or whatever, and it's like, I can imagine what the hell you guys are thinking, but I'm thinking the same thing. I'm like, who does a freaking hour of video review? I think my video reviews average like 40 minutes, 45 minutes, and I'm just trying to keep it to like just weddings right now. We might be able to touch on like the other special occasions, but so like I mean like when you plan a wedding, right? I'm divorced, you know what I mean? And when you plan a wedding and you want to include cigars, I mean you have a lot of things to consider. You know what I mean? Do you do it before the wedding, during the wedding, after the wedding, on your honeymoon, for a more intimate affair, or you could do during the honeymoon and the wedding, and then you have the after party for your friends and wedding party people. I mean, there's a lot of things to consider. And if it's during the wedding, or even like before the wedding, during the wedding, or after the wedding, do you smoke the whole cigar with your friends, or do you smoke part of it and like go back to the wedding if you have to, or attend the certain things that your responsibilities are? If it's before or after the wedding, and then revisit the cigar, or you just leave it alone and let your friends just smoke the cigars without you. There's a lot of things to consider. I mean, let alone like what kind of like cigars you want to get, whether it's different cigars or for different people or whatever. I don't know. I remember just seeing a lot of Cigar Aficionado magazine. Like in the very back of it, they have like memories, just a memories section where they have like photographs of people, and like, there's a lot of weddings, wedding parties and weddings pictures. With the bride and everything smoking a cigar, and like the groom and the wedding party smoking a cigar. I mean, it looks good, man. Like when I got married, I wasn't. I mean, I had been smoking cigars, but I wasn't really into cigars that much. And that was like 1995, so you can do the math. It's 2018. That was like 25, 30 years ago. But I don't know. My ex-wife, didn't approve of me of smoking cigarettes and smoking cigars and everything. And I had to take a secondary band off. It was getting down there. I mean, what a beautiful band. I mean, it's like the Opus band, the Opus X band, but with the introduction of more black to it. I mean, that's the Forbidden X band. I mean, just a beautiful. I mean, it's iconic. It's iconic in the cigar industry. The Opus band, the Opus X band, it's iconic. You know what I mean? Everybody knows the Opus X band. When you see the Opus X band, you're like, oh, Opus X, right? I mean, Opus X is iconic. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I mean, that's what I think. I mean, whether or not that's true or not, I mean, that's not. I mean, that's what I think. You know what I mean? I don't know if it's true, but that's what I believe. You know what I mean? I mean, yeah, that's it. Drinking some Marlborough Mahua Sauvignon Blanc from New Zealand, 2014. Very delicious. Reminds me of champagne without the bubbles. You know what I mean? It's kind of dry, kind of grassy, kind of like citrusy. Very easygoing drink. I mean, I like Chardonnay. I love Chardonnay. Don't get me wrong, man. But Sauvignon Blanc has a like grassy kind of like character that I love. You know what I mean? And that bottle, the Marlborough Mahua Sauvignon Blanc, New Zealand, 2014. It only ran me like $8 or $9. I mean, like, dude, man, I should have bought a case of that shit, but I didn't. I think I had like 2 or 3 bottles left. But like I said, man, those 2 or 3 bottles might last a long time because I mean I tend to focus on reds. I don't know why. I just want to drink a red. You know what I mean? But during the summertime, it's nice to like drink a nice cold white wine because this was in the refrigerator. It's so refreshing. You know what I mean? I don't know. I mean, like, I wish I smoked more. I wish I drank more white wine. You know what I mean? But I don't know. It's like Opus, right? For me, my mind, whenever I want to smoke a cigar, Opus, right? It's just like short circuits to Opus. And it's the same thing with me with white wine and red wine. My brain is like short circuits to red wine. You know what I mean? It's like I don't know. I wish it wasn't like that at all, man. Because like I tend to like run through my opuses and I tend to run through my red wines and like, all right, I'm going off on a tangent. It must be the wine. Sorry about that. I'm still drinking wine, so you can tell how responsible or I don't know what you can tell. I'm having a good time though. I've drank like I don't know. It's been like what has it been like 36 minutes and like, dude, man, it's like how much wine is left in this bottle, dude. You know what I mean? And like, how much wine is left in this freaking glass, man? So you must know what I'm going through. I don't even remember what I was just saying, but I do love the cigar though. Great cigar. I love those special occasion cigars. I hope you remember the cigars that I showed you on that cedar cedar on that tray. That's what it is. A cedar tray. I hope you remember, because I mean, like I remember when I never seen a Forbidden X. I've always heard of them, right? But when you see like some special occasion cigars or rare cigars or like totally super premium cigars, it's nice to see them, in the wild. You know what I mean? Um, and I hope you like that. I hope that you could have seen those things, um, and and liked it. You know what I mean? That's why I did it. You know what I mean? I want you to see some of these things that are rare. I mean, how many times have you seen like an Opus X love story? You know what I mean? I mean, like it. I bought this um, this Opus X love story, which is a short perfecto, Fuente short Opus X love story, short perfecto. Um, it's like I mean, how many times do you see these things? You know what I mean? I mean, I was amazed. I went to a local tobacconist and I saw them on the shelf, and I'm like, wow. I mean, that's the first time in my life. Excuse my burp. That's the first time in my life that I saw the love story. I mean, it's love affair. It's a Opus X, Fuente Opus X love affair. And I was like, wow. I must have bought 10 of them. Like $16. I mean, shit, dude, man. I mean, like, I would have paid twice that much for those things. Of course, that's a very special opus. Like I said, that's the first time I've seen that in my life, in the wild. You know what I mean? I'm like, whoa. You know what I mean? $16, man. I would pay like $32 for that shit, man. I mean, shit, dude. I mean, like, if they were $30, I probably would have bought 5 of them. So, like, at $16, I bought 10, right? I'm not that calculating, but I did buy 10 of them. Wonderful, wonderful cigar. We're in it. We're at 39 minutes. Give you some tasting notes on the cigar. It's the Lost City Forbidden X. The Fuente Lost City Forbidden X. Tasting like tobacco, tasting strength, elegance, just beauty. I'm tasting beauty, man. I'm tasting probably the greatest cigar. Oh, I'm sorry about that. It's the wine, dude. I mean, I love the cigar, and I kind of get hyperbolic or whatever. Hyperbolic. about things when, like, I love things. Good wine. Oh, I'm doing something. That's a great cigar. I'm gonna have to take a break, and I'll be right back with you. Hey, sorry for the interruption and the weird stuff going on. We had a little technical difficulty here. Had to switch locations. Uh, I don't know. It was one of those things. Anyway, I was smoking. While I had time off, I was smoking the Lost City Forbidden X from Arturo Fuente, the Fuente Lost City Opus X. Getting a lot of rich tobacco flavor with spice. Um, just 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 a wonderful cigar. I mean, it's like one of a kind or two of a kind because like they're very similar to the. I mean, two of a kind is not bad. I mean, considering there's like millions of cigars out there. But you know, gotta take the band off. I took the secondary band earlier. We're into the final third. Um, Heading into the home stretch. At the Preakness because we're in Maryland. What am I going to say? Kentucky Derby. I do love bourbon. So I mean that wasn't too bad of a thing. So just the strength is just like really strong, but very elegant in the same way. If I was to compare this cigar to um, to a liquor, it would be because I mean earlier in another review I said Yoichi was like a very smooth, elegant kind of liquor, whiskey, Japanese whiskey. But it's a little bit stronger than that. And I said Yamazaki had more fire than Yoichi was still elegant, and Teketsuru had more was still elegant but had more fire than either one of those. I would put this at the Yamazaki, man. It's very elegant but still has fire. You know what I mean? But you know, I'm loving life, drinking some beautiful Sauvignon Blanc. This is the last of the bottle. Let's make a bet. All right. I bet you that I'll finish this before the end of the review. And we're at the final third, okay? So this is this, and this is this, okay? We're in the final third, just the beginning of the final third. Well, there's no way I can find out who bet what, but I think I'll be able to finish this bottle of Sauvignon Blanc before the end of this cigar. I think I have like a good 30 minutes left in this cigar. I think I can finish this in the next 30 minutes or a second. Just kidding. I'm just trying to savor the wine, man. It's a nice pairing, actually. I haven't really talked about the pairing very much. You know, the Sauvignon Blanc, the Mahua, the Marlborough Mahua Sauvignon Blanc from New Zealand, 2014, is a wonderful white wine, very bright, kind of citrusy and grassy. Kind of like it plays a nice. I didn't know this was going to happen. You know what I mean? I just wanted to drink this wine because, like, it's been in my refrigerator for like, a month or whatever, and I was like, I may as well drink it, man, before it feels like unwanted or whatever. Whatever. But wow, it was very leathery. It pairs well. I mean, I wasn't thinking that it was going to pair well. I didn't know how it was going to pair with this Fuente Lost City Forbidden X. Pairs really well, the leather and the cedar. and the power plays well with the lightness of the Sauvignon Blanc and the citrusy enough. Like the Sauvignon Blanc has a tendency to brighten your palate, and then like the earthiness and like tobacco flavors kind of like tamp it down a little bit, like if you were smoking a pipe or whatever. I was getting some sweet notes from this earlier, like cotton candy. I mean, like I wasn't expecting that. Like I've never had that in this particular cigar, but the Lost City Opus X. I mean Forbidden X, Opus X, whatever you want to call it. I really don't care, man. It does really in the end. It really doesn't matter. I mean, still a great smoke. What a great aroma. You get sweetness, tobacco flavors, spice, a little bit of cotton, but I don't know. Like you just take what the cigar gives. You know what I mean? Perfectly. I mean, I love this cigar. I'm in love with this cigar. I mean, if you can be in love with like anything other than a human being or a dog or a pet, but I love this cigar. So let's talk about like that was cotton candy sweet with tobacco flavor. I mean, if you can think about that kind of like combination, but we're talking about like special occasions. I think we've talked enough about like weddings. You know what I mean? We can talk about anniversaries. The birth of a child, the birth of a first child. Um, I think like if you have the birth of a first child or a first birth of a child or whatever, and you're handing out cigars, I think it's personal or whatever. Um, you know, um, I would splurge, man. You know what I mean? I mean, that's a child. I mean, like I don't know if you've seen any of my earlier reviews. I have a 22-year-old son at UCF. Very very smart kid, finance major. But I'm not on good terms with him. But you know what? You know, I mean, that's your son, man. That's your child, right? And I mean, I can only hope the best for him. Even and hope we reach common ground or whatever. You know, I love my son. I mean, I hope the best for him. I only hope the best for him. It's just I can't stand him. You know what I mean? It's kind of weird. I can't stand him, but I hope the best for him. But because he's your child, you know what I mean? You hope the best for them. I don't know. That might be weird, but whatever. So I mean, special occasions like I said, like a Fourth of July, or maybe you're having a family cookout or whatever. I mean, there's varying degrees of what you want to kind of give out as cigars or whatever. I don't know if you guys have cigar collections or you want to start cigar collections. I mean, like if you want to start a cigar collection, I suggest that you go to cigar shops or like lounges or whatever, and you just try different cigars. You know what I mean? Like cigars that you've heard about, cigars that you've read on the internet, and find out what you like. You know what I mean? And buy what you like, because I mean that's going to help you. You know what I mean with your collection, and that's what I did. I bought what I like, and that's why I like my cigars. You know what I mean? I mean, it would help you with your. Excuse me. It will help you with your collection of cigars. Wow, that was leathery, tobacco-y. I'm telling you, man. I mean, like I know that I love Opus, but I mean sometimes you gotta say it doesn't get better than this, man. You know what I mean? This is a very special Opus. A very special Opus made from like really aged Opus tobacco. I'm not sure what the blend is because the blend definitely is different from an Opus. But it's a very special Opus, kind of like two of a kind. I mean, the only cigar I can really compare this with is like the Black Label Tatuaje. That cigar has similar flavors, but a much fuller body. This cigar has like a medium full body, but more elegant than say like a Black Label Tatuaje. I mean, look, these two cigars are on the short list of my favorite cigars of all time. Believe me, I'm happy to be able to review this with you guys. You know what I mean? It's like, and talk about special occasions and everything, and how to plan for them with cigars and everything, and drink a little bit of white wine that's very beautiful. You know, beautiful wine, man. I forgot about the bet. You think I'm gonna finish? You think I'm gonna finish this before this review is done? Think about it. I'm just kidding. I really don't care, man. It doesn't really matter to me, man. I'm gonna finish this wine today anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I'm just playing with you guys. Mm. But as you can tell, for this special occasion, because special occasions are formal. I mean, can be formal, tend to be formal, and I want to talk about like um, I want to concentrate on weddings as an example of a special occasion. So I wore my formal black and everything, and you know, I don't know. I mean, black is formal, black tuxedos, stuff like that. So I wanted to be dressed right for the circumstance. So what other special occasions do you like where you like sharing cigars? Like Fourth of July is tomorrow. I mean, how many of you guys like are thinking about like smoking a stogie or you know just enjoying the day, maybe having a cookout or whatever, and maybe having some beverages and Fourth of July is tomorrow. You know what I mean? I mean it's like I mean Independence Day and I don't know. I'll tell you one thing. I'll probably smoke a cigar tomorrow. My sister's coming in from Georgia tomorrow. She lives in a suburb north of Atlanta. I love her. And her name is Mary Talabis Goff. She's divorced. I'm divorced. I mean, like my older brother died like last year in April, or March or April. I should know these things. I think it's March, but uh, I don't know, man. It was March or April. I think it's March. Um, so my older brother died last March, and so we're four children in my family. My father died when I was 14. Um, so um, so I have a younger sister. Not a younger. I'm the youngest of the four. I have an older sister who's the youngest of the sisters. She lives in Pennsylvania. Her name is Joanne. Joanne Talabas Centenera. You know. And then Mary's coming. Mary Talabas Golf. Or Mary Catherine Talabas Golf. I'm not really sure what it is. I know it's Mary Talabas Golf at least. That's she's older than my sister, and then my oldest brother, the one my brother that passed away was the oldest, and so my sister Mary's coming in from Georgia tomorrow for July, and she'll be here for like a couple of days, a few days, and maybe we'll have a cookout, you know what I mean, and kind of like just and try to have a nice party, you know what I mean? It's July, it's a vacation day for a lot of people, for everybody in the federal government anyway. School's out, it's a great summer holiday and fireworks and everything. The cigar is tasting really good. I mean, I'm not going to excuse myself anymore about not giving you enough tasting notes of the cigar because like this review is really about like this cigar and also special occasion cigars, special occasions. So I mean, it has to have like equal time with like the topic of special occasions and special occasion cigars. Um, but so there it is. My sister's coming into town tomorrow. We'll probably have a cookout, barbecue some chicken or steak or whatever. Um, it's going to be nice having my sister in town. So Like I said, whether it be weddings or anniversaries or birthdays or birth of a child or Christmas or Easter or like New Year's or Day. I always suggest that if you plan to have cigars on these occasions, plan for it. Plan for your audience is. Like if it's a broad spectrum of like um, of of people with varying cigar experiences. Maybe you want to get multiple boxes, um, or whatever, man. I mean, it's your party. It's whatever. It doesn't really matter in the end, man. But I mean, the special occasion is probably the most important thing anyway, whether it be a wedding or an anniversary or whatever. We're going to close this review. Um, it's been concentrated. It hit a lot of topics. I'm loving this cigar. So I'm going to give you a summary of what I think I tasted with this Fuente Lost City Forbidden X. Um, I think the dominating characteristic of this is elegance. I mean, it never left the elegant side. Um, Pairs well with Sauvignon Blanc, I can tell you that. But I mean, I think the dominating flavor is like rye bread and tea and strong tobacco, spice. Um, like I said before, like the Tatuaje Black label was consistent from beginning to end in terms of like flavor, and also the Lost City Forbidden X is consistent from beginning to lost. I mean, of course, there's going to be a little bit of variation, but there's a certain consistency that I appreciate because when you love what you're tasting, all you want is more of it. You know what I mean? Until you're full. And I'm never full of great when I taste a great cigar. I just want more of it. And when it ends, it's always a sad thing. You know what I mean? But I mean, it's gonna be sad when I'm into the final third. I'm gonna finish this review very soon. To recap, can't give this cigar a higher recommendation. It's like two of a kind. I mean, it's not that bad when like there's like a million cigars out there. Um, you know, the second one would be like the black label Tatuaje. Very similar, sort of like black label seems to be more full bodied. This seems to be more elegant and medium full body. Tatuaje, to be fair, is like $10. I mean that's a bargain in my book. This runs about $26 to $30, and it's much rarer. So you can figure that out. Whatever you want to try in a way. The Tatuaje Black Label was a lot more available. Um, it's hard to find these lost cities. I said like you might want to check out like Tampa Sweethearts website based out of Tampa, Florida. Um, the proprietor is Arturo Fuente Jr. or the third or whatever. I think he's the brother of Carlito Fuente. Um, so I said this. I can't recommend this cigar high enough. I mean, it really is kind of like one of a kind or two of a kind. It's just like very rare when you taste a cigar like this. I think it's the rye bread or the tea that's so rare in flavor. You know, Definitely a special occasion cigar. Due to the fact that it's so different tasting, so elegant, and the rarity of it and the price point. Like I said, this price is like $26 to $30. Anyway, we're running into it, man. We're close to an hour here, and I really don't want to keep it too much longer. But anyway, here's the special occasions. Here's the special occasion smokes. Here's the people who 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 enjoy these occasions. You know what I mean? because in the end, it's the special occasion that counts, and the people that it represents. That it represents. You know what I mean? It's the people that counts, and and those are the memories that you keep. Weddings, anniversaries, and things like that. Family get-togethers, holidays. Those are memories that are like most poignant. And so here's to them. Here's to you. Um, Again, this was the review of the Fuente Lost City Forbidden X. Um, I'm going to end this the way I always end it. Not always end it, but I usually end it. Reviews is that you know good health, good wealth, good fortune, good friends, and family. All right, I hope you all have a great work week. I hope you all can find happiness in this world, and I hope the best for you. All right, take care.